In many organizations around the world, there is a silent and invisible crisis unfolding every single day: the gradual, methodical erosion of employee motivation. It is a dangerous process. It doesn't usually happen because of one catastrophic event or a massive company failure. Instead, it occurs through 1,000 tiny, unaddressed moments that accumulate over time. This video examines why talented employees eventually lose their drive. We will explain how leaders can identify the subtle signs of disengagement before the damage becomes permanent. Motivation is often misunderstood as a fixed personality trait. Many believe an employee either brings drive to work or they don't. No. In reality, motivation is an environmental outcome. This outcome is heavily influenced by the behavior of those in power. When engagement begins to wither, it is a signal that the professional ecosystem has become indifferent. One of the primary reasons employees lose heart is the existence of unclear expectations. When a person doesn't know what winning looks like, they waste immense energy. They spend their days trying to guess what the leader actually wants. This creates a state of chronic anxiety and mental fatigue that drains their productivity and creativity. The target for success seems to move every time they get close to hitting it. Inconsistent leadership acts as a direct multiplier for this psychological and organizational damage. If a leader is supportive on Monday but becomes hypercritical on Tuesday, the team loses its safety. They stop focusing on work and start focusing on managing the leader. This inconsistency destroys the trust required for high-level performance. We must examine the specific leadership behaviors that make employees feel as though their daily effort does not matter. One of the most damaging behaviors is the void of silence. This happens when a project is completed with immense effort, but the leader provides zero feedback, good or bad. For the employee, this silence is deafening. It communicates that their hard work was essentially invisible to the organization. Invisible work is the fastest path to total burnout. Another significant factor in the death of motivation is the perceived lack of fairness. This happens when the loudest person in the room gets the rewards regardless of their results. When an inner circle receives the best projects regardless of merit, others withdraw. Why go the extra mile if the path to success is paved with politics rather than performance? This is where the seed of resentment is planted. Imagine a dedicated engineer who spends weeks of overtime to solve a complex problem, only to have a manager take credit. In that single moment of betrayal, the leader has effectively killed that engineer's desire to innovate. Innovation requires trust, and trust cannot survive in an environment of professional theft. Consider a marketing specialist who consistently brings new ideas to the table, only to be told, "That's not how we do things here." Systemic rejection is a motivation killer. After a few months of this, the employee will move into survival mode. They will do only the bare minimum required to keep their job while quietly searching for a new one. Communication and recognition are the two most powerful levers a leader possesses. True recognition is not just about a certificate. It is about proving that a contribution moved the needle. It is about connecting daily labor to a larger, meaningful outcome that actually matters. When communication is vague, it leaves employees feeling like cogs in a machine without a mission. A leader who fails to explain the why behind a difficult decision is treating their team like they lack the intelligence to understand the strategy. This breeds cold indifference. To fix a broken environment, a leader must focus on creating a space where effort leads to visible progress. Progress is the ultimate human motivator for any high-performing individual. When people see they are moving forward and getting better at their craft, their energy levels recover. This recovery happens naturally, without the need for external pressure or hype. The focus must shift from monitoring people to empowering them. This means giving back autonomy. When you give an employee freedom, you are signaling deep professional trust. That trust acts as a powerful fuel. People want to prove they are worthy of the independence they've been given. They will often exceed your expectations when they own the solution. Restoring purpose also requires a leader to be a meaning maker. You must help your team see the connection between their tasks and the lives of the customers they serve. In the grind of daily emails and meetings, it is very easy to lose sight of the human impact. A great leader never lets their team forget the value they create. Accountability is not about punishment. It is about the integrity of the standards. In a low-motivation team, accountability has usually slipped, allowing mediocrity to take root in the culture. High performers become demotivated when they see low performers allowed to coast. By re-establishing a fair standard of excellence, you actually increase the morale of your best people. The psychological state of an employee is a reaction to the leadership signals they receive. If the signals are, "you aren't important," the natural reaction will be total disengagement. If the signals are, "you are vital" and "your effort counts," the reaction will be passion. You are the architect of the invisible world your team lives in every day. Take a moment to look at your team today. Are they truly engaged, or are they just showing up? If you see the signs of erosion, do not blame the people. Instead, look at the environment you've built through your daily choices. It is never too late to start the process of restoration through clarity and genuine professional care. Start by having honest one-on-one conversations. Ask your team, what is one thing that makes your job harder than it needs to be? Then you must actually listen. Often, the things that kill motivation are small, bureaucratic frustrations you can remove. By clearing the path, you prove that their success is your primary leadership priority. Motivation is fragile, but it is also remarkably resilient. If you provide clear expectations and consistent leadership, people will naturally want to do their best. It is a human instinct. Leadership is about fueling people, not driving them. Your legacy as a leader is found in the people you helped keep inspired. Their success is the measure of your impact. Every interaction is an opportunity to either build or burn a bridge of motivation. Be intentional with your words. Be consistent with your actions. Lead with purpose and empathy. Real leadership is the art of giving people a reason to care. Create a culture where the extra mile is a choice made by people who believe in the mission. This is how you stop the erosion of motivation. Lead with transparency, celebrate the progress, and watch as your team transforms into a high-performing unit that wins together.